guess you just build on the success of what you've done the last 5 or 7 games, or are you still coaching and still making changes and still doing things like that as we get to this?
Well, it's always the same thing, and you know, we've been fortunate enough to win some hockey games here, but this is our next biggest game, and our focus has to be on tonight. It's on nothing else, and when this one's over with, we get ready for the next one. So our guys have done a good job, I think, focusing and managing that part of it, but we can never get ahead of ourselves here.
You've just seen these guys, you've just beaten these guys. Is that an assist to you? You just pull that tape off the shelf and look at it again, or look at?
Well, we went off of a lot of the stuff as far as scouting, getting ready for the games off of the last, I think it was Thursday that we played them. But we still went back to their Minnesota game, and there's some things that we need to show our guys as far as what they did to have success, or what Minnesota did to have some success.
Can you give us a comment on Bob's play, #1 star of the week, that type of thing?
Well, he definitely deserved that. I know there are some other guys. Crosby had a big week too, but watching firsthand what Bobby was able to do was great for our hockey team. And what that does is just it gives our everyone else confidence. You don't have to be as worried about making a mistake because the puck may end up in your net. And Bobby is making the saves that he needs to, and he's making the saves that you probably aren't planning on him making.
Vinsky coming back into the lineup, what does that mean for your team tonight?
Well, it's a player that can provide some energy and some offense. He was playing extremely well before he got hurt, and we just want to get him back to that level. He can't come in and try to do too much and think that he needs to be the difference. He needs to step in and just add to our team in the way that we're playing right now.
So you just need to not to force anything, then, is what you're saying, right? Just come in and let the guys do what they've been doing the last couple of games.
Well, yeah, just step right in and follow the lead of what the other guys have been doing. Sometimes you come in and you've been off for a while and the team's winning. You want to step in and help out and feel like you have to help out. And he's just got to step in and just add to and make us a better team.
No, Derek McKenzie.
Yeah, Derek's out. He's got upper body that's been. I talk about the nagging injuries, and it's been bothering him. So he'll sit out tonight. I don't know. I don't have a projection down the road of when he'll be back, but he'll be out tonight, and Drazinovich will take his spot.
Not quite with Johnny Moore and Anisimov as well. Artie skated on his own.
Yeah, Artie skated on his own. Johnny obviously was out with us. Johnny's still a little bit of ways from returning, and Artie's just kind of day by day.
Todd, is it convenient or helpful to Bob that he doesn't have to do interviews? It's one less distraction that he's coming along, but maybe not ready to do on camera. Does that help you?
Does it help?
Yeah, that he's off to himself, kind of like a guy with a no-hitter.
I don't know. That's a goaltender. That's news to me as far as him being on his own. I know he's very regimented in his routines and the things that he does to prepare himself. He's a very, very well-prepared athlete going into games, and I think that helps with his confidence.
Coach, you're not pushing him to do any interviews.
No. I mean, for me, each his own, and I think there are certain requests that come down, and everything I know, the players make themselves available for interviews.
Does he converse well with you, sir?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Todd, the young guys played them in critical minutes, critical times of games. How much of a plus is that for you as a coach to be able to use your lineup like that?
I talked with George prior to this, and in our conversation, it goes both ways. I think as a coach, you can give your players confidence by putting them in situations and power play, penalty kill, last minute of games. But the players can give you confidence too as a coach in how that they're playing. So it's gone both ways. We've used players throughout a game, and the way that they've been playing gives coaches the confidence, and it's a huge thing, that the trust factor between a coach and a player. Again, when it comes down to that critical moment, big face-off, you might need a block shot. The trust, and that trust is built up over. It could be an in-game trust, but usually it's built up over a number of games.
Todd, some Detroit players were very complimentary of the way you played them, saying that they played us, speaking of you, us perfectly with the forecheck and getting a guy in deep and that type of thing. And there was a period in the second period where you had, I think, a 50-second zone hole where you didn't let them out. Is that the way you guys have to play against everybody to win hockey?
Well, we want to establish, every team, I bet you if you talk to every coach, they want to establish the forecheck. They want to play in the offensive zone. We were able to do that against Detroit, but I think it was how we were working back to our own zone. And a lot of times, and that happened to us early versus some teams where we weren't playing as fast as we needed to, and the other team was doing a better job checking us. And in the St. Louis game, for example, at home here when we lost 4-1 sticks out, especially the first period. They smothered us with their speed and tenacity on the puck, and that's the level that we want to get to. And it's nice when you read the quotes, because to me that's the ultimate compliment, is when the other team is saying those things about the way that you play.
Todd, when you were losing a lot of games early, and there's a lot of talk in the media and the fans about getting a high, number 1 or number 2 draft pick, and now you're winning, and the talk is about just changing the culture and making the playoffs and all that kind of stuff. Can you just kind of speak to the importance of, for these guys, learning how to win, getting that benefit, as opposed to just, more high draft picks?
Well, you talk to anybody in the room, you're in the moment, you're playing for now, you're playing for this season. You aren't playing for next year, you aren't playing for 3 or 4 years down the road. We're playing for right now, and we're playing to win this game right now. And we can't get caught up in all of this talk about playoffs and this and that. That is a goal of ours, but we have to play for right now. This is the next most important game for us, and we have to focus on the process of the next 20 some odd games that gets us to the end of the year. And then each game tonight, it's all about the process too. It's about doing things shift in and shift out, doing things the right way, managing the puck, making good decisions. All of those things are part of the process. And if you take care of those things, the end result takes care of itself. But our focus is our goal is to make the playoffs. And everyone in that room would say the same thing. But our focus is on this process right now, this game tonight.
Todd, some of the guys have talked about growing together, and this win streak is proof that they've really come together, grown together as a team, and are learning. Is that something you've seen in how they are off the ice too, not just from the results that you're getting on the ice, but also in the room during practices?
If we were to take all of us into a room and have to gel and become together and work together, it would take a little bit of time for us to figure each other out, what the strengths are, what the weaknesses are, personalities. It's no different with our group. It's no different when you bring in new guys, especially guys who are maybe going to be some of your core guys, to mix in with the guys that have been here, who are core guys as well. It takes time. And we didn't have the exhibition season. We didn't have training camp of a month long to kind of integrate guys and get everybody in working together. We had to step right in. And I think that was part of our process. I think that was part of our problems early on in trying to find our game. And now you can see, I think roles are more established on the team. I think players are more comfortable with each other and understanding personalities. And now we're able to go out and play hockey.